진짜 여러분.
음, 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 음.
시원한 바람 불어와 코끝을 간지럽게 하네. 반짝이는 파도 모래성을 삼키고 가네. 저 멀리 파란 솔 아래 사이다 같은 친구들 우리 발자국 남기며 달려갈까. 함께 바다로 달려 시원한 바다로 노을지는 바닷속으로 뛰어가. 걱정은 저기 파도 속으로. 오늘이 내일의 추억이 될 거야. 파란 물결 위에 하얀 구름이 두둥실. 한 손에는 파인애플 너의 웃음소리 깔깔깔. 콧노래 흥얼거리며
흠.
보고 활짝 웃지. 햇빛이 너무 뜨거워 달려갈까. 함께 바다로 달려 시원한 바다로 노을지는 바닷속으로 뛰어가. 걱정은 저기 파도 속으로.
Ayo.
어디까니 곳에서 내 길은 어딜까 한 번 더 내 손을 잡아줘 숨이 차올라도 지쳐 쓰러져도 다시 일어날 수 있게 도와줘 나를 망설이지 않을게 다시 넘어져도 울고 싶어져도 포기하지 않을 수 있게 I know I do my best Okay, I did my best. 잠깐 지나고 나면 괜찮아.
Stats? Talking like a raw stats they have. Can I just go? I can just go and check it, I guess. I have tons of health. The exclusive state. Only this one is really worth it. So there's 3 of them. I have all 3, I just don't have the right set. Guess this one is not bad because it has either close range damage or I guess range damage. You can also get the anti-ground damage on here, so you're able to do more damage with this one. But with the mage set, you can still get the cooldown as well as the damage as well. This one is not bad if you guys get as a cooldown set, because you can use it as a replacement. The anti-ground damage I think is a lot better. I mean the mace one, the cooldown set. This one is more defensive option, basically like a hummingbird series. So I don't know about this one. This one is definitely a bad one. I don't think you need this one. This one is like the maze one basically. It's a skill cooldown as the main option, and for what is it? For the bottom option, you can get the anti-ground damage. So in theory, this is pretty much the same as the maze gear, except a little bit higher base attack. So I guess that's the ultimate gear you kind of want to get the cooldown set on, but like the maze weapon is good enough, I think. That's why I don't really bother with the rolling with this one. I just kept it. No, I think the yellow one is the best, not the blue one. The blue one is not bad. I mean, it's good, but I think you want to shoot the ultimate fast as possible, so you need a maximum cooldown ratio. Guess I can make another one. Overflow, I think it's not bad weapon either. I got the hammer as well. I don't have the right setup though. Yeah, it has it's like basically a hummingbird series as well. Range damage or the close range damage resistance for the main option, and the damage related option for the second option. Heyo. So If you don't have a lot of Hummingbird series, which you don't most likely, it's probably a good replacement. If I have it, I'll probably use this instead of the one I'm using right now. Where is it? Yeah, this is the one I'm using on my overflow. Yeah, ideally I probably want to get this with defensive set. I don't really want to spend Sap Iron to roll this. Okay, 12, 4, and 7, 12. 12, 4, 7, 12. Mechanic. Sniper. I always do, but I feel like I need to stop eventually. 'Cause I'm kind of... I mean, I think I always should, I guess. I guess I always should, but... kind of at the point that I don't think I really need to buy it. We'll see. What am I gonna bring to Rangers? Defender. So I'll go with this. I think this should be good. Okay, we need to drop in. I don't even need that. Yes, didn't even need to do that. One, two. Why this charger always like this? Yeah, this charger cable. So it's tied into my chair. Actually, really annoying. Yeah, there we go. Crap. Come on, my cable. How do you do this? There we go. Okay, where was I? I just need to do this one more time and move on from it. What level is it? It's level 1. I think if it's level 1 I can just run this one. There it is. I wonder how fast I can rush this. Actually quite curious. So we'll see. Hey, Monet. Shin. heck? It's like my damage is not going in at all. Something is weird. That's probably because we don't have any actual meaningful buffs yet. That's why. That makes sense. I was gonna say, why it's not dying? Dang, I should still be able to kill it though. Actually, I won't be able to. Oh. Wow, it's really tanky. Can't believe this level 1. I can't believe this is level 1. Wow. That is pretty crazy. What the heck is wrong with Lazadia's damage here as well? Jesus. Tarsk is really good shred units. Yeah, I was using it right here. Applies debuff, shred buff, so it's essential unit for danger close. Huh. Top DPS. She's been actually doing a lot more damage since I gave her different gear. Surprising. Yeah, that's because I don't have any buff. You use the Ifrit for the boss fight. You can use it for anything. It's pretty tanky units and does fairly good damage. The thing is, the gear I usually give for my Ifrit is a defender, like the Shadow Hold gear that does extra damage against the defenders. So against the bosses, which doesn't have a type, doesn't always do a great damage. You can use attack speed or the even rate set. Those two should work pretty good. They have this new chart. It's the highest first year gaming revenue of all time in $1 billion USD. Well, Genshin Impact is at the first, about $3.5 billion revenue this year. Jesus Christ. Fortnite second, about $2.8 billion. Jesus, people still play Fortnite so much, eh? My brother used to be in that game when he was a lot younger. $3.5 billion. Can you even imagine that? Imagine having imagine making a game and you're making $3 billion in like 1 year. As a CEO, let's say you maybe take 10% of that, that's still like millions of dollars. Jesus Christ. $3.5 billion. Sometimes you wonder why you work your life. Sometimes you just wonder, eh? Well, it's not easy money. They did put a lot of effort for Genshin Impact. They definitely did, I think. Don't care what anyone says, I really think they did try. I should go to shop. Give me a second. My only concern is I think they did get a little bit a lazy side lately. I think they used to be a lot more into it. But still, regardless, that thing was a really well made game. It's just $3.5 billion. Jesus Christ. That's just US, I think. So consider like Japan, China, and other Asia country. Ooh. They must be printing money. And when I say printing money, they must be printing money like big time. And I think this month's sales should be pretty decent because it's a Homa and the bow. So if you get either of the weapon banner, they're all good choices. So I can see lots of newer players who didn't have a chance to get Homa and Hotel before. Yeah, I can see them spending quite a bit of money. Highest grossing game ever. Both it, like not just bit many of the mega giant Chinese games. That should already show how big the game really is. I'm just surprised though. I'm just surprised Genshin Impact did that well. I'm like incredibly surprised. It's like when I play the game, I still like the game. Like I played it from the closed beta 1, I played closed beta 2. Didn't participate in closed beta 3 even though I got accepted, and I ignored the other one. But when I tried out those betas, I was like, you know what, game has potential, but I thought it was just gonna be like maybe Honkai 3 level revenue. Like you'll probably do well in China, but not that well in other countries. Not that well as I mean not as well as Chinese revenue. I thought it was just gonna be another Honkai Impact, but holy crap, it just exceeds my expectation. The amount of money they made is actually just insane. And I wonder what CEO thinks. It's like, did they ever foresaw this was coming? That's my question. Did they really think they were gonna make this much amount of money? Hey, Bob. Yeah, they really did get the monuments. My head. My head. Ugh. Bit of headache there. Bad news because I have to go to work tomorrow. Bro, extra shift, work, not fun. Oh well, that's the life. Be nice if I have like just $10 million. I think that's all I need for my life. Then I will never ever have to work. And I don't have to like look like a homeless person to keep that money. Yeah, they promote the game really well. I don't think they're doing identical way as they did with what is it, that game called? Star Rail. And I don't think Star Rail will do it well as Genshin Impact. I really don't think so. I think Star Rail performance is probably a little bit better than Honkai Impact because it's a turn-based game. Character that is pretty much the same as Honkai Impact. I mean, I think it's better than Genshin Impact in my personal opinion. Like if Himeka, for example, I always like the Honkai Impact design much better than Genshin Impact. So there are certain characters in Genshin Impact I like it better than Honkai Impact, but in general, if I look at all characters across, I always like the Genshin Impact character less than Honkai Impact. I think I'll try the game out when it comes out, but don't think I'll go crazy over it. I'm already pretty much burnt out by turn-based games. When I play Epic 7 for all these years, I used to play Seven Nights as well. I used to play this one game called I Want to Become a Summoner. It's just a really ancient Korean game. Not ancient, actually. It was around the time when the Seven Nights was popular. And they closed down the server, yeah. Seven Nights 2, I tried it, it's not for me. It really is not. It's not Seven Nights to me. They say it has the same character, it's definitely not the same character that you know of. I mean, I think they had the tail at the beginning, I can't remember. Lots of people, when I was younger, I used to go to church, and pretty much all the guys at the church played that mobile game. But there's this one game called the Seven Knights Revolution. I think that's more traditional Seven Knights looking game than the Seven Knights 2. Seven Knights 2 is definitely not Seven Knights, in my opinion. But I don't really care what other people say. And from the graphic style, it's totally different. They went with the realistic look than the anime kind of vibe. It's basically like the usual kind of Korean MMO style character art. Guess I've done it 3 times a week. Well, I have some announcement to make, guys, because I got the free code. Got the free code from the Lost Ark closed beta test, so I'll probably play that sometime next week. We'll see how it goes. I think my PC should be able to run it. Asian. I think my PC should be able to run it. Not sure if it can run the maximum setting and able to stream at the same time. Probably have to close the counter side in the background, and it's like no other program running in the background. I don't think this game is like demanding though, because it's like Unreal Engine 3 engine, so the game was built like a long time ago. 145. Still pretty good. Actually, it's not. That's almost pity. Oh well, pity life is hard. I think you'll enjoy using that though. And I gotta do Shadow Hole. Actually, forgot to do it the other day. Yeah, but the other games within the list for the US, they have the Call of Duty Modern. Seriously? There we go, retry. Yeah, but the other games in the list, they got GTA 5, they got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, they got Animal Crossing, they got Red Dead Redemption 2, Monster Strike. I'm surprised this game is still like making a lot of money. Candy Crush, Puzzle and Dragons, PUBG, Lineage Jam, and the Pokemon Go. Pretty surprising, really. Well, Yuna is definitely one of them. And you need a one defender that's around 3 costs. Seraphil is pretty good, but if you don't have a good gear, you're better off using something like the Yumi. Shouting should be really good against pretty much all enemies as well. Adele is also really, really good. You know, I already had a tier list I made a while ago for Shadow Hall and stuff, but the work and all this stupid drama shit, it's kind of put me off. So still playing the game, but having a hard time recording commentary. I think if I just change to subtitle for a little bit while, I can probably make more videos. Yeah. Don't really like creating a script and reading it right now. Don't really feel like it. I need like an anti-depression pill or something at this point. Yeah, I have the air unit one on my YouTube channel from back in the day. It should be way easier to copy that right now with all the units you have. That should be way easier. The aerial units is the one that's probably gonna cost you the least amount of gear options. But that requires to have a Rudimilla and Lozadia and Janus most likely. If you have a really good gears for Lozadia as well as Rudimilla, then I don't think you really need like the Janus. Even the Janus helps. Is there a reward difference between finish under over 1 minute? Nope, there's not. No reward difference. Same crap. But clearing fast will get you in the leaderboard. I think it does give a bit more gold. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to those little details time to time. I'm at 106 right now. I was around 70 something last time I checked, which was like a month ago. And I guess I got pushed back a bit. Maybe I'll try hard a bit. But I'm lazy. Like, I don't want to swap gears for so many characters all the time. So I try to run with the setup with the minimum, like a gear swapping. But that way I don't have to really worry about it. I just want to use a character that doesn't really have to swap gears. Back in the day, I would like to swap gears every round basically, which is it's time consuming. And back in the day there was no stacking for the Shadow Hole either. So you have to do it manually each run. I'm doing good. I mean, if you don't have a lot of units, you can just go and check this one out. Like I said, the aerial unit guide is probably the easiest one for Shadow Hall 3, because long as you only use the aerial units, the ship will not use the skills they have. So that's like a little gimmick they have. So it is gonna be easier on you to clear the stages. Let me see if I can just find it. There it is. I got 5 videos here. I think I showed last time on the stream too before it came out. Last time is, I mean, like like a month ago. Okay. Up. Move this. So it's like this one. Sorry, this is used to when I used to record with freaking iPad, so screen ratio is a bit off. Basically, kind of like this setup, as you can see. The gunship is to like increase damage it has. Gives a bit more damage to they have with the passive skill for the aerial units, but that's and debuff, so enemies on the ground is debuffed. But the basically core idea of this kind of setup is using Rudamila's passive skills to take out the throw out the soldiers first to kill them. Let's kill them off so Rudamila can get the buff out of it. And this way Rudamila is able to get the 5-stack buff right away because it's the 3 ranger units as well as 2 ranger units for the 4 cost. So and my gear was pretty bad on this one. I think Ozaria was using attack speed, like the raid gear. Because like back in the day, like you didn't really have the maze gears. And there was like no real place to, not no real place, but there was not a lot of options to go for set binary either, so. Actually, I can't remember the set binary even existed back in the day. I actually don't think so. Yeah, I actually don't think set binary existed back in the day. Can't really remember. No, actually it did because it has a 4-piece. Yeah, because back in the day you can only equip the 3 gears. If there's 4 gears, means yeah you were able to use a. Yeah, they did have the set equipments back in the day. Because before set equipment update, you can only use the 3 gears. So. But yeah, you throw out units like this at the start. Best to watch it. Try Rudamila throughout the 2 rangers, and they'll all die, and Rudamila get the fully buffed, and none of them should be able to attack you from the air. Now you want to summon Lozaria to kill up Shouting. This was probably a bad choice. Like gunship, because you want to kill Shouting first, because Shouting is the one melting your ship. Once that's done, just gotta have to kill things. You make sure to never replace the ground units, because as soon as you replace the ground units, ship will use the skills it has, and you'll be dead. Because it's the ship damage basically what makes this stage really hard. Well, you guys got operators, you guys got all this different crap, so it should be way easier, honestly. Yeah, I got pretty close this one. And this is back in the day where Lozaria could only attack ground or the air at us like a single time. It was before Lozaria got buffed. So with the current stage where Lozaria's got buffed, the more kills she gets, she's gonna be just incredibly strong compared to this version. So yeah, this method, if you use the same thing, it should be cakewalk compared to what you had before. Shadow 4, I can't really remember. I think I used a different tactics. But you can use the aerial units all you want. It should still be able to clear it. But this is just me back in the day where I was just trying different stuffs. Don't copy this, by the way. Just use the aerial units is way easier. This is just me. I was having fun with the different setup. And this was back in the day when defenders got buffed, so that's why you don't really use a defender. And Ijisu apply the buff for like the striker units and such, like the ranger units. Oh wow, really brings me back old days. Can't remember if this was pre-buff Harim or not. Can't remember. I think this was after Harim got buffed. Yeah, it was, because you get 40% skill haste. Yep. But Harim is pretty much essential units if you want to use a ground unit tactic, because she gives barrier, she gives attack boost, she gives skill haste, she gives HP recovery, she gets attack boost. Yeah, she just gives everything. And this is before Arius, the Evelyn got buffed as well, so that's why I use Arius here instead of Evelyn. The meta was totally different back in the day. Nowadays you can just probably just set up a defender like a Yumi at the front and just able to rush through this. But I think this might be a pretty decent, I guess, guide for someone with pretty lackluster gears. Because the Korean server at this time point, when the Shadow Hole came out, the gear levels of the people were like dog shit. Right, like there's no PvP gears, nothing like that. You just had this raid gears and maze gear from the maze event. That was it. So soldiers here is all using like the raid pieces. Yeah, this is just clear with the raid, maze gear. I wish I took a screenshot of the gears I used. Yeah. Man, I have to go so low. That video is pretty old as well. Holy crap, I literally have to dig down. I got so many videos, guys. So many. This is another stage. Back in the day, like I said, the defenders did not have the damage cap. So shouting was able to just melt through Awaken Hilde with the one skill. And your Awaken Hilde would be dead. Because there's no damage cap or damage resistance, nothing like that. So this was one of the tactics you had back in the day. It's just giving a lot of meat shield at the front to just tank the hit she does. What do I think? Things just get removed, period. That's what people want. It sucks, they probably spent some time developing it, but quality and everything, people don't really like it. And it's not worth the hassles for a lot of people. Yeah, but back in the day, this was really freaking hard, like Jesus Christ. Yay! It's like a half auto run too. That's what we used to have back in Korean day. No OP gears, nothing. Just just a units. Yeah, they all had like a red gears and purple gears. You can see from like at the start of the screen. Look at it, it's purple gears just everywhere. Oh my lord. It's a different time back in the day. This one, yeah, this one was pretty hard. Oh, that's 3-4 we already see. Yeah, 3-4 was kinda hard. Yeah, but that is pretty much it. You can scroll down and check it out if you want. But those are the tiny bit of guides. Back to my stuff. See, this is the reason why I don't use Yuna. Because I want to give her the cooldown set. If I have to use a Yuna, I have to go and give a cooldown set. So then I run into this problem. That's why I just don't bother with it. Like, don't want that. That's why Awaken Shun is better, because you have to swap gears less. I think, personally. It's not worth it in any way. Like I said, the quality is not good, so people don't want it. Like for example, if you remodel or rearm Shouten, all you get is drones. That's it. That's not like she wears different outfits, nothing. Like that's it. At least Awakening characters are different. Like if you look at normal Shield, if you look at Awakened Shield, totally different. If you look at the normal Suyeon and you look at Awakened Suyeon, totally different. Same goes for Suyeon. People wanted that kind of dramatic change. Well, maybe not that dramatic, but people were kind of expecting at least skin level quality change, but it's not. So an amount of money and the grind it goes into for something that doesn't really change much, not what really people want. Honestly, it could be done with some balance patch. It's a bit stronger than balance patch, but they could do it as balance patch if they wanted to. It's that level. I think Shouting is probably the best for PvE. It's just good in anywhere. Rosaria is a little bit riskier, especially in the future Shadow Hall, because there's some like this enemies, like the mechanics and stuff. They're able to shoot aerial units, so, and Rosaria definitely comes more risky. If you can't keep her alive though, she's pretty good, but it's pretty hard in my opinion. That's why Shouting is really safe to keep it alive and able to just maul down those enemies. Well, gave it quartz, so it's maybe annoying, but there's nothing wrong with it in my opinion. Like they gave it quartz to clear it, so if you don't want to spend the quartz, then yeah, you will have to wait. But basically, clearing stage gives you more quartz than investing into to clear day one. I talked about it yesterday. There was nothing wrong with the previous one, but I don't really see the new one as that big of a deal either. Like if it costs like that blueprints to farm hard stages, then yeah, I will have a problem with it, but you don't, so. And if you gave you way less quartz per stage clear, so you actually have to spend more quartz than you need to clear all the thing, then yeah, probably have a bigger problem, but not really, so I'm just like whatever. Do they scruff new players? I guess like the counter case stuff. That I get, but it's not major difference. They don't know about it, they don't really, care about it kind of level up rewards, I guess. Still gives like, what, 3 tickets I think, previously. So it sucks, it really sucks. But, personally, I don't know if I was a day one player, and if I was a new player, feel that salty about it. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely unnecessary change, I think. It really is. Gordius said I got to pull down the hands and the movement one of the light yellow option. Should I get? I mean, I run defensive side for Gordius, but you can get attack speed if you want, I guess. They only gave this 2 of these away, so I just keep them as defensive side option. I want to use it on my tanks. But if you get attack speed, I think you can keep it. If you get cooldown, you can keep it. But I would like to keep it as like an HP or other defensive option. That's just my preference. Nope, not at all. It's just collection value. Just like many counter case gears, it's not really needed. But never know, maybe when they become T7, those gears could become useful. But they will also rerun the stage again. Like, I think this is like the second time the Korean server had it. So if you don't get it this time, you can wait for next time. But you don't really have anything else to farm right now with the C server if you already clear out the, what is it called? Actually, you know what? You have the weapon parts one. So I'll definitely go and get the weapon parts farming the Chloe stage. That's the one I would probably farm if I were you. If I were you, I'd definitely farm that. But I just did it to collect all at least one of them for each character, just for collection value. So. If I crap the books gear event, what is that? I'm not sure what that event is. Kinda wish Shion's counter would hit aerial though in PvE. That would make it crazy good. That's the only nitpick I have. It makes skill still work on the bosses. Yeah, it's random gears. Same as crafting any other gears with the molds. So in theory, if you run if you craft 1,000 gears, which is impossible, well, you could not get the gear you want. Depends how the rearm systems are going, but I think all three is pretty equal. The cores most likely because you want to use cores to craft the fusion cores. So I honestly would give upper hands for the core stages. At the same time, this XP book is also really good, and when you want to if you want to max out the operators, yeah, you probably want to use this. Skill seems to be a lot less. Like right now, I'm at this much. And I understand where the rearm system was trying to do. I'm not saying they did it. That was right, but they probably don't like the player like me. That's like stacks of books. Like that's a lot of, like, I don't think I need to farm books for another I don't know. I never actually spent the simulation ticket I stocked off on the this one to find the skill books, because I never need to. I never run out of them, and they just stack up. The cores definitely lacking because you want to craft the fusion cores. The books, if you start leveling your operators, then yeah, you want more books. But the skill, not really. You always like a skill book, eh? Oh. Don't know, not for me. Then again, I used to buy, when I had the reroll shop, I used to buy all these. I've been buying these again since Rearm came out, but yeah, I mean, C server is way, like, if you're about how long game hasn't been out, C server is way behind with the Korean server. Only server is only a couple months away from second anniversary, so if you consider that, yeah, that is long. Yeah, you're at least a year behind, at least a year. So you have to understand that when you look at some of the stocking I have. You have to understand that aspect. Yep, you have to exchange it into those things. Then again, honestly, operator levels doesn't really mean shit. It really does not. It helps for some ships like I think Matador, as well as the Detroit. But most of the time, ships will not really do much damage with the skills they have, and their skills tends to be kind of support skills. So maxing out operator will actually not really help you out. For amount of XP it costs to get it hit to level 100 is not really worth it. See, okay, here's another biggest part of it. Rearm system is like, there's no real reason to do it. Like, there's no content where you feel like, if I don't have a rearm system, I won't be able to clear this. It's not that big of a difference. And that's why people say I can remove it. Just don't bother with it. Like, why add stuff like that? If they buff the rearm units to the point where it becomes like absolutely OP, then that's also a problem, because that means like only a few selected people will have it. Meaning, like, if you wail so much, then they'll become just absolute, you know, too strong. And they, whoever has it will have a huge advantage compared to all the other people who doesn't. That's why it's just a really rigged system. It just benefits no one. If the whales really whales out to get those units, they'll not really feel satisfied, because they're like, well, it's barely much. It's stronger, but it's not like to the point on my, well, it's a lot stronger. It really isn't. Especially within PvE content. You will not even scratch, like, I don't know. Maybe you're able to clear Shadow Hole a couple seconds faster. There's that much difference. It's not like making Shadow Hole run like 1 minute quicker. It's not kind of units like, really isn't. Like I said, if the rearm system came out tomorrow for C server, you will not have a huge difference at all. Like, you will still do the same content you have right now with the units you have. Like, there's no meaning behind. If they looked really cool and really different, that'd be a different story. But they're not that much different either to your original units. So what's the whole point then? That's why I'm saying, like, it's not really changing anything for anyone. Just best, like, it's not satisfying whales. It's not satisfying dolphins. It's not satisfying free-to-players. Satisfying no one. So just remove it, I guess. Just remove it and move on. There's no real reason to keep it around, in my opinion. Now I get it. They need to make some ways to make money. And it's probably not really aimed for Korean server, like I said. It's probably aimed for more of the Chinese server as well as the Japanese server. But like I said, and honestly, I think Chinese server as well as Japanese server are most likely going to have a faster mana rate rotation as well, so less downtime. They don't need to change the system, they just get rid of it. Like I said, if it makes it OP, like, unless it's like almost like just free upgrade shit, then might will just call it a balance patch. Like, there's no real effort for it. I know they made something out of it, but like I said, if I rearm shouting here right now, she'll get drones around here, and some of her skill effect change a little bit. That's about it. Doesn't change anything. Other games have system like that, but yeah, don't know. I think Epic 7 was also a really good example. They had really great couple, like, good character, the class change system, but ultimately it doesn't make company money. It doesn't. That's why even for Epic 7, since class change is so well received, they release such a less amount. Like, they released, when was the last time? Like, the gap between last units and the current class change unit is like really big. They said, I think they said they're bringing new class change units in December or something, but it's not a priority for developers. I mean, it will make players happy, but I guess that's developer standpoint. Like, why are you putting all this work if it doesn't print us money? Kind of thing. I'm not against it as a player. I'm just saying that's why they wanted something that will bring, because like what they need is something to make money, I guess. Another problem with the counter side is that dupe units pretty much has no value. And that's the one of the things they probably wanted to change with the rearm system. Because it is true. I mean, other games, you know, depending on the game, dupe units have a less value as well. For example, Arc Knight, it does give some benefits, but when you see as a value, I mean, I will not going to spend, like, for example, Scott. If I want to pull Scotty right now for extra wands, I might have to spend another 300 pulls just for one extra constellation if I get unlucky. So like, price point is so stupid and return is so low. Actually, return is pretty good for Scotty, but like, you don't get what I'm saying. The price point is just ridiculous. Unless I'm like a billionaire whale or something, then like I would never go for it. Only a couple games in recent years have a really big changes with the dupe units though. For example, Genshin Impact, really good example. Constellation system really gives you big boost for getting duplication characters. So that's why it's making money. Even though it's a single player game, you don't need it, but it makes huge difference. So people who have money will go for it. It's just a very smart, kind of greedy, but very smart ways to make money. And that's very hard. You have to always kind of put, basically you are on the a string. You have to make sure to not piss up player base. You have to be reasonable as possible, but still be able to make money. That will be the great monetization system what every company wants to have. And honestly, I think Constellation system is bullshit. It really is. But I think people gave it a pass. I gave it a pass definitely because the game is a single player. If the game was like multiplayer, oh, I can see Constellation will become a huge fucking problem. I mean, look at Alchemy Star. Alchemy Star is another game that the dupe character gives a great value. You know, it will lower the cost of your skills. Some units won't not able to use their skills right away. At the start of the battle, they will be able to use their skills right away. It's not Constellation level. It's not Genshin Constellation level changes. It's that thing after like you get like 3 characters to get your characters. Like skill ability and stuff. I think last like couple stages for Alchemy Star is just a flat stat boost. Well, you can keep it as a. In the future, that will give you options to farm what is it? Alt Squad gear as well, like the one they have currently within C server. So if you want, I mean, I'm using crit damage set forever. So just wait until then to get another counter case gear from there if you want to use attack speed. I will not change the attack crit damage counter case weapons to attack speed. Apparently with the rearm units, attack speed is better, so. Well, apparently the cooldown one is the best one with the tower shouting right now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think they'll remove it because they just spent like at least like 2 months on it. The development costs anyway. That's why I feel like they should have showed like some kind of progressions a little bit earlier. Maybe maybe then the players didn't like it. Then maybe the same save the time. Again, that's always the problem when the system doesn't work that great, or players doesn't like the system. They hide everything, and they release a new system. And if it's a well received, then it's a welcome surprise that everyone wanted. Like no one wants to get spoiled, of course, it really isn't, but. Wow, and one of the reasons why cooldown set is better right now is definitely because her skill values more than her basic attacks. The rearm units, especially the tower one. Not to mention the shoutings that like a drum thing with the sniper one as well. It does pretty decent damage and is able to stun enemies. But sniper shouting, there's no real reason to use it though, because you might as well use a queen. Biggest drawback of the sniper shouting, if you want to use it with the gauntlet, is that it's you can't attack air units. So that's a pretty huge disadvantage, where the queen is able to attack air units as well. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm waiting something, because they said they made like a short announcement that they will give a bit of an update with the Rearm system in Korean time with the next couple hours. They said November 4th in the morning time, so that's how I'm waiting. I'm assuming maybe the next couple hours. We'll see. But honestly, I think they should just remove it. Like, because if they try to fix the system right now, that's just extra time they're gonna go into trying to fix it. Which I don't think at this current position right now, whatever they do is going to give any good feedback from the player base. Not the feedback, but like good representation from the player base. Players doesn't want it, and this is probably the first time like players never really want a set binary, but they saw some potential with it. Like, oh wow, the units attacking faster. Wow, we can lower our cooldown of our units. It gave a bit more, like back in the day there was no like set options. You just slap the gear you had and that was it. There was no set bonus. So when the set binary first came out, there was definitely like, what the fuck is this kind of thing. Then the people got used to it pretty easily, pretty quickly. But this is totally different. Like this is just totally different than giving like gear set options to a character. Yeah, see, like you said, it sounds so weird, but that was what it used to be. So when it was first added, of course there was some, complaints. Of course, I was also like, well, okay, this is gonna take a very long time for me to grind. Of course, that's what I thought back in the day. But now I look at it now, it's like, oh, it was pretty much nothing. It just time solves that. Look at all the gears I have. Time solves that problem, definitely. And bit up money will accelerate that speed as well. No, Rizaki, you don't get it. That will not change anything. The reason they made this system is to make money. That's just the truth, and like, I'm not saying that's wrong. Like, the mobile game always had to push something new to make the revenue points. Unless it's games like Genshin Impact. Okay, Genshin Impact, for example, they already have really good laid out, really like a trap hole that people can throw money in so easily to make a lot of revenues, which is called a constellation system, and kind of more expensive weapon banner compared to character banners, as well as a refined system on the weapons. They already laid out pretty much the perfect monetization level to make money. Constantly make the money. See, if you look at by Honkai Impact originally had a gacha like character gacha and stigma gacha and the weapon gacha. They had a three. Well, yeah, but they basically you had a gear gacha and the character gacha system. Since then, Honkai came out. They added new monetization. I'm saying in the wrong order. They have a pets now, which is pretty essential. Basically, another gear you can slap on with the pretty good skills on it. And now they have, and they also added something called what is it called? Like the weapon. Yeah, you can like make the weapon like a weapon limit break, whatever. I forgot the wording they used to describe that. But yeah, you can upgrade your 5-star weapons to 6-star level and make them even more stronger, which you need to spend a lot of resources and money into it. So they constantly adding that kind of layers of like monetization over years and years and years. Only thing Counter-Strike really added was, first thing was a set binary, like a set item system. And the second thing they added was operators. And operators definitely gave them some money earned back for a while. And now they're they're at the point where the operator is showing it's basically the limits. So that's why they're trying to make more money out of it. I'm not saying this is a good thing or bad thing. I'm just saying that's just the nature of live service games. Usually. But if the game tends to make a lot of money from the start anyway, when they have the perfect laid out monetization system, then they tend to not go down to the road of adding extra things again, kind of like Genshin Impact. So even though people say Genshin Impact is greedy, that greedy system is kind of ensuring there will be no more kind of future monetization system. So some people maybe like that better. They always think, oh, all I need to pull is a weapon and a character. I don't have to worry about anything else, kind of thing. So it's a very complex cycle. I mean, it's not complex. It's just pretty simple. But that kind of flow really makes how the future updates and things could change. But who knows? I think honestly the pass system could be added to Genshin Impact if they tried. But I don't think they will, because they don't need to. They are still making a lot of money. Maybe their revenue point drops, then yes, then they'll pull out the drawer and they pull out the card. Is like, time to add the pads into Genshin Impact. Time to add the weapon limit break system to the Genshin Impact. Time to add, another character like like fragment upgrade system, like class change system, like Honkai Impact had, to make them into more unique and have different gear system, which actually costs a lot of resources as well, which you can skip with the money. So I think when it comes to MiHoYo, they definitely know their market, their fan base, and they know when to kind of push them. They always try to put, like for Genshin Impact, for example, the perfect example, they keep pushing players to the edge. And with the Honkai Impact, it works because the whales already invest a lot of money into the game to stay on the top of the rank. So when the new system came out, they have to go and get it, otherwise their rank, whatever they're retaining, will go down because other players will go and do it. Where the Genshin Impact doesn't have any of the ranking stuff, so even though if they added pass system stuff, most likely most of people will just get one. They probably, let's say if they added Paimon as a pet, and Paimon will always float around you, I will probably, if I still care about the game back, like in the future, I'll probably go and buy the pet, because I want to see Paimon hanging around me all the time instead of some other stupid pets from the event rewards hanging around me instead. So that kind of system could come in, but they're not going to make much money, I think, because it doesn't have a ranking. But because they don't have a ranking, the terrible constellation monetization system works out. Because there's no competition. It's your own ego and your own needs. You're like, oh yeah, I love this character. I want this character to do the maximum of damage. So they go for example, Raiden, they go for like Constellation 3, so she can do maximum damage with her ultimate skill. Counter-Strike right now, yeah, it's pretty low when it comes to monetization system. There's a skin, there's set binary, and then Like, I'm not even gonna say character gacha because every game has a character gacha. Yeah, so other than character gacha, what Counterside has is pretty much the only difference is the operator system, and that's showing the limits. And the awakening character is not really making them money. Like, even for people like me, I would love to spend my black tickets on the reasonable stuff, right? But like, I haven't bought any of the packages. I've been just buying the quartz package. I'm at this point, and I pitied a couple times as well. And if I keep buying on the weekly package every week, it will probably stack up again, and I probably will never run out of black tickets at this point if I pity the character, unless it really is you know, awakening units in the faster rates. It's very hard thing, you know. If it was that easy to just slap in like the random pay to win system, like, yeah, we'll make so much money out of it, then we wouldn't be here, you know. We are all humans. We all have emotions. We have our limits, and limits are all different depending on the game as well, and depending on their own player, you know, choices and what kind of player they are. But so it's, I think Counterside needs some kind of other stuff to boost their revenue points. So like I said, I would love to spend more money in this game. That's why I try to buy skins and stuff. But there's like nothing for me to buy. That sounds amazing, right? That sounds amazing, and it kind of is. I just enjoy. I always pull for a new character. Like, I like to collect all of them, so that's why I don't really care if I pity them. I'm like, oh yeah, I pity them. I guess time to buy more packages so I can have a decent amount again for next time. I don't really show you guys in the stream, but sometimes I go for operator as well. Like, actually, a couple days ago, before all this update happened, I actually go and pull the operators again to get the extra Kimhana and stuff like that. Cause I guess I just was in the mood, so I was like, you know what, I want extra Kimhana, so I went and rolled like 200 crewman tickets and stuff. But most of the people, I think, doesn't really touch operators, so, and whales pretty much, like, once you max it out, you can use it anywhere too. Like, it's not, you can't, the operators will not get banned or anything. So if you have one good one maxed out, you don't really need another one. So it's very free to friendly, I still think, the way game currently is. It's just, that's not enough. And I agree, it's not enough, because like I said, I spent way more money in Genshin Impact than I ever did in Counterside, and I've been playing Counterside for over a year, almost 2 years, and Genshin Impact I've been playing for a while, but the first like a couple months of Genshin Impact, I probably spent pretty close to what I spent with the Counterside in 1 year. That already should show you how big the gap really is. Is that a problem they're releasing Awaken Horizon next? Because well, at least not from the Korean players. They always, you know, they say 6 weeks rotations, and just new awakening. It's time for new awakening units to come out, and her story reveals that, you know, who she is, and the awakening unit makes sense for it to be next awakening. No one really complained about that. It just, I don't know. Let me see if they posted it. Don't think they did. Nope. I like discussing things, but like current monetization system for Counterside is really free to friendly, especially if you don't care about PvP that much. Then like, if you are crazy about PvP like me, there is pretty much zero reason to pull out like 60% characters there for SSR characters. You know, I always make I've been lately, but I always try to make videos whenever the new units comes out, and half of the time I say, "Oh, they're not really needed. Oh, they're not really needed," because they're not needed. They're just characters for collections, and that's probably better than releasing meta character every single freaking time. It probably really is, but that will not give incentive for people to pull, because not everyone's like me where would like to collect everything, which is normal. I'm probably a normal people. I'm probably not your normal day-to-day player base. I'm just probably more of the dolphin to whale side, that I'm willing to pull everything. And I'm pretty sure I'm probably maybe 10% of the player base would have that kind of mentality within gacha games. Most of the gacha games people will play free to play, or they will only go for characters they want. Me, I'm different. I like to collect everything. So when I play games, that's why I kind of always look for the game where it gives me reasonable points for me to collect every single character. That's why I ended up quitting Honkai Impact, because I saw my limit. I can't keep on assessing, or at least SS characters, keep getting weapons, keep getting 3 stigmas. Like, they had actually pretty decent terms between release updates. Then I came to the point I'm like, oh, they're releasing another meta artifact, meta stigma, and the weapon sets. Oh, they're releasing another S rank character that's meta character, and they're releasing another set of it. Like, they keep doing it. Then they added patch, and I have to pull the patch to see. Like, I could not follow. So people like me, I guess weaklings, gets left behind, and the whales carry on. So it's my style anyway. So, but this kind of monetization only works if everyone's like me, who will spend a fixed amount every time to basically buy every single thing. But that's the point I'm trying to say also is you need kind of hole for top whales to spend infinite amount of money to make the money for them. If you have system like that, then the game becomes pretty much easy monetization, I guess. And that's what Genshin Impact is. Basically, top whales are keeping the server afloat. Top people who always pull for 6 constellation, maximum refined weapons, and like within second like this. Those people, the top probably 1 to 5% of people are out there keeping the server afloat. And amount of money they spend to each banner is fucking insane. I will not be able to do that. I don't have money like that. I don't want to do that. I can spend about $6,000 within, not 6,000, that's overrated. I think I spent maybe 3,500 for. Actually, I probably spent a little bit more, but let's just say I spent $3,500 within Honkai Impact. And I never went for triple S because I knew like there's one limit. I'm like, there's no fucking way I can go for triple S. I only went for double S for certain characters. If I went for triple S, that would probably I probably have to spend at least 3 times more. Thanks. It's a crazy amount of money developers ask for. But I had fun at the time, and I don't really entirely regret it. I don't. And also, I don't really regret too much quitting. Initially, when I came to the point, I'm like, okay, I need to quit Honkai Impact. I was like, yeah, I spent quite a lot of money, but I just wasn't having fun anymore. Became a chore, basically, you know. Kind of side for me, it's not at that point yet. Genshin Impact is getting a little bit close to that point where I'm like, for example, right now I probably have a full regen capital right now at 160. I should log in and drain my regens. And yeah, like there's many different aspects of the game that interest you. For Genshin Impact, for me, was exploration with the new lens and freedom of using whatever character I want to do whatever I want. That kind of freedom is what the Genshin Impact unique sell point for me. That's why when I pull a new character, I know I can use it. If they're weak as hell, then I'll be annoyed, of course, but I still can't use them within the battle. Yeah, MiHoYo knows their play. I don't want to say they knows, but they definitely took advantage of it. I'm indeed disappointed how MiHoYo did handle first anniversary. Honestly, like I wasn't asking for any rewards or nothing. I don't need rewards. I don't. I'll just say I'm a whale. You know, I'm a whale. I don't need some pity compensations. What I need is kind of honest words from, you know, developers, because I am their customer. If you don't like their service, you will go and complain, and you probably want to answer for them. Well, they never said anything. So I'm like, well, I guess all the money I don't regret money I spent in Genshin Impact. I don't either. I spent like at least similar money to Honkai Impact. I think definitely less than Honkai Impact, but definitely similar. And I don't regret the money I spent on it. It just, you know, it made me feel like, oh yeah, I could have spent. I didn't have to spend that much. Like if they gave really good response, like I didn't need the extra like 20 pulls, whatever bullshit. If they just say, oh, we are sorry for what we did, then I'm like, cool, I've moved on. That's all I need. Maybe not to the players who wants the rewards, and I'm not saying they're wrong in that way, but I don't care about it. I've never cared about rewards. I've never really cared about rewards in any game. For Epic 7 when they had the drama as well, I never care about the rewards. Like those rewards, I can buy it if I want to. That's not what I want. I want their honest, like, the way to fix things and how they're gonna do in the future. Like for Epic 7, for example, I spent a lot of money in that game as well. I played that game for almost, because I quit in the one time because of the Luna and stuff, but I think I played that game for at least constantly for last 2 years at least. And I spent a lot of money in that game too. I ran a lot of Rivens and stuff. And I went through like the Moonlight Hero fiasco first they had when they introduced the Mystic banner with the Moonlight Araminta as well as Moonlight Ball. Back in the day, it was pretty crazy with the complaint the Koreans had, and which was fair to the point where they had all the stuff, and they made it through that situations and they came out with it. But honestly, I'm okay with releasing meta character. I don't like it really these days, but I can live with it. But the last banner with the spaz as well as Angelica in the banner, like no pity character being so OP that rules the meta of the PvP. That's when the PvP main game and the guild contest main game. That was like, you know what, this is bullshit. That's the kind of breaking point for me, you know. And if they came out and said we are sorry about it, I didn't even need any compensation. I didn't need recalls for spaz for what I said. Some people demanded, oh, they should have said it. They should have traded our spaz into Angelica because they they wanted Angelica, not, you know, Saz. Then, you know, which is fair thing. Like they wanted character, which is Angelica. They went for pity. They kept pulling. They went to the pity and they got, you know, Saz instead of Angelica. So to those players, it's fair for them to ask, like, you should at least trade this Saz into Angelica, which is they're asking 5-star units and trade it for 4-star units. Like, that's how OP the character was. Like, if Angelica was a 5-star units, honestly, I would be like, oh yeah, fucking meta breaking character. But yeah, I will pull it. because I will still have fun with the game. I'll pull it, and I will have fun with it. If I get, it will be annoying, but hey, it's an OP character. I mean, it's fun of the gacha game. It's fun to use OP unit characters to, you know, trash other players, and that's the fun of it. It really is toxic, a little bit toxic, but that's what gacha game is, to use OP units. But making OP units, no pity. Like, you could, like, I got spats. Like, that's the main reason why I probably was like, you know what, fuck this bullshit, because I got spaz. I pitied it. I got spaz. I didn't get Angelica at all. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I honestly thought they were gonna do something. I really did thought, but they didn't. That really disappointed me. I don't care about the collaboration coming out so fast, and you know, it's OP units again to, you know, change the meta for real-time arena, whatever, when the season's about to close. I didn't care about that. But like, since Angelica, I'm just like, was so done with it. I'm like, I honestly believed they were gonna do something about it. I really thought so. But they didn't do anything about it. And it's been like, what? It's been out for what? At least a month or so now, right? Can't remember when Angelica came out. But since then, Koreans are definitely not happy about Epic 7 either. At least a Korean player base of the Epic 7. What's your opinion as a playing Counter-Strike as a free-to-play? My C account proves it. It's possible as a free-to-play. I mean, my problem with my C account is I don't log in every day. I have a tendency to not able to play same game twice. You'll be surprised how much progression I made within C server for Counter-Strike. The Counter-Strike C server compared to any other games. I try to play games like again in different server. It never works for me. I'm type of game will never be able, like, if I beat the game once, you know, there are types of people out there. Oh, I beat the Legend of Zelda, let's say Twilight Princess, you know, let's say I beat the Breath of the Wild. It was such an amazing game, which I agree with it, and I played again. I'm like, I can never do that. Like, I'm not a person like that. So that's the reason why I couldn't continue with the C server. But I'm saying, for progression wise, because I didn't spend a single dollar, like I didn't have the first purchase rewards with the Shinjia yet, because I didn't spend any money, and I still was, you know, I mean, PvP definitely is, you know, there's gated out, but for PvP contents, I've never had troubles. And Shadowhole now I probably have trouble because, like I said, I barely touched the game lately. But if I logged in every single day, did every single things, then I should be fine for Shadowhole and everything, because I'm prepared for everything. I play so many different games. You guys will not realize. You guys, I played all these games you guys probably never heard of. From Chinese games to Korean games to Japanese games. You guys probably didn't even heard of half of the games I spent a bit of money and played for over decades. And Counter-Strike is definitely one of the special games that I'll probably always remember if the servers close down or whatever in a couple years. That's probably one game I'll always remember, and the game I remember as a game I enjoyed the most out of the many games I played. Only other game right now that I can really say have like a good feeling about the game is Arknight. That's the only other game in my recent memory that had a really good time of it, like stress-free. Is Arknights and the Counter-Strike. Those are the only two games that's kind of stress-free for me, and also lighter on the wallet compared to other games. Those are the only two games. But that's also because I have a luck here in Arknights. I always said it. I always said Arknights, I'm definitely pretty lucky in that game. so that's why I have very positive stance towards the archetype because I'm lucky. If I pity character all the time, if I'm not able to, like, I pull like 300 times and not able to get the standard banner character, then I'll probably have a problem with the game, of course. Now I'll be like, oh, fuck this game. That's the Alchemist Star for me. I mean, Alchemist Star, if you get lucky, like, I have a one friend. He really enjoys Alchemist Star, and like he spent decent amount of money, and he has pretty decent luck with the Alchemist Star, so he's enjoying the game. Where contrast me, we started the same day. I have a dog shit luck in Alchemist Star, so that was like, you know what? I can't continue to play this. They don't have pity. What am I gonna do? And like, he's like, oh, and he was like, yeah, I get it, but you know, you can still do it. I'm like, no, but I want your character. Why can't I have that character? And I honestly, I hate doing something that doesn't have a pity. I think you should not try fake grand order. Unless you have an infinite amount of time, then yeah. But surprisingly, I know many fake Grand Order players, and they probably spend less in that game than I did in my usual mobile games. Those people usually, you know, pick the characters they like, and they just play the game. But one thing that disappoints me of the fake Grand Order is how much money they made. And they still have, like, lame game. Doesn't mean, like, they couldn't, like, I don't know how they didn't come with the arcade version as a mobile version quality. Like, that blows my mind with how much money they made. I know every money they make not goes back into developers who made it. It probably goes into Sony and all this other, you know, holders of the IP, not really developer themselves. But like, if they came with the arcade version of the quality, I would honestly play fake Grand Order. I probably would. Like, I like fancy looking games, I really do. I'm kind of like that. I always liked, you know, newest, shiny new games. So fake Grand Order to me is like, they could be asked, like, they could have a terrible gacha, but I'll probably fell into the baits. I'm probably spending all the money. But they like, nope, will not improve our quality of our games. And that just, I mean, I get it, maybe that's because they don't need to. They still make money with the minimum, you know, quality efforts they have. As a company, like, if I was in the company, like, we should try to make fake Grand Order right now, upgrade graphics to the arcade level, I'll probably get fired next day saying, are you dumb? Like, why would we spend money to up our quality when it still sells? What do you think about Blue Archive? I said it before, lightly in the past, and I'll talk about it with the next week. Hopefully soon I can make a video about it. Probably just a short video what I think about the game. I don't plan to make a lot of videos for Blue Archive. I will play the game, but it's not a game I plan to make videos about it, because I don't plan to whale in the game at all. I'll probably at the most spend monthly, and that's it. I will not spend anything more than that. The reason being is Blue Archive is 100% a game that you can enjoy without playing the game. That sounds so weird, but it's one of those games, to me anyways, that I don't actually need to play the game, because game itself is not fun. I have fun to a certain level, but I would like to say in general, people will not have fun with the game. I honestly believe in that statement. I don't think most of people will just play the game like, this is not fun, move on. But the character design is, for me, is really good. The music they have with the Blue Archive is really good. The vibe of the game is really good. I like the life story they have. You know, it's just, you know, it's like a light novel series, just like a romantic light novel series. Just, you know, easygoing slice of day. what kind of anime do you call slice of lifestyle kind of story? It's not a depressing story. At least I don't think it will be in the future. So it's a very different vibe. I like the whole just atmosphere of the game itself, but the problem is the game itself is incredibly boring and there's nothing much to do in the game. It's a side game. You will play for like 10 minutes a day and that's it. There's nothing else left for you to do within the game. It's that kind of side game. It's not your main game. It's not like there's something to grind endlessly. Nothing. So that's why I say you can still enjoy the game by looking up the hashtags of the Blue Archive, and you are able to see all this fan art the Japanese people are making, all the lot hentai arts, naked arts, whatever, or other, you know, fan fiction stuff. You can read all those and still enjoy the game without actually playing the game. Playing the game will definitely make you more immersive for sure. Like oh, I pull this character. I have this student within my game account. I own the student kind of feeling. You can like that. Your egos of wanting that character and owning that character. It will feel that desire, but you don't need to. Like you will still be able to be the part of the community and enjoy the game without playing the game. And that's sounds stupid, but it's possible for me, anyways. That's why I think game has like every good elements except the game itself. I don't think game itself is fun. And I'm very like I have very low standard when it comes to mobile games especially, and I don't think game is fun. Like the bunny skin, for example, you can enjoy all this bunny arts without playing the game. Like, honestly, you can. It would be amazing if you pull that bunny character within the game and can do so much things within the game with the bunny character. Then yes, then I'll be like, oh yeah, I recommend you to play this game. But there's not much you can do with the character when you pull it. There really isn't. At least within Counter-Strike, there's like a PvP. So you can try to use the units you want. I mean, of course, it's a meta unit, so it's an oxymoron at this point. I'm saying one thing and saying the another exactly opposite way. But I think, for example, Counter-Strike definitely has more opportunity for to use the character that you pulled out to such an extent. Not every single character you pulled out will be usable within Counter-Strike 100%, but at least you can try to use those units in here. When the Blue Archive is a little bit different, there's basically not much content within the game. There's a lot of story elements though. So that's why I say it's like a visual novel. There's a lot of text in the game. And you don't need to get the character actually I think you do need to get character for a certain character arc, a character story arc. But you can probably find some community page for them to, you know, store all the story elements, or go on to YouTube to look it up if you like the character that much. But Blue Archive is definitely one of those games you can enjoy the game without playing it. I think Azure Lane is kind of like that to me as well. I think I can enjoy Azure Lane without playing the game. I mean, I like some of the Azure Lane girls. I like looking up their arts. I like to see their arts. I save their arts on the hard drive time to time because I enjoy looking at them. And that's enough for me. I don't need anything more than that. When they post a new like skin details on Twitter, I'm like, oh cool, that looks really cool. But like, I don't really feel like I need to download the game and buy the skin. Like, so I think Blue Archive is definitely a lot like that. Am I satisfied with the PB content with Counter-Strike? No. I always want more. Definitely there's more things to do than before. But I mean, I always would like that more. I don't know what they can really add. And when I say I want more kind of meaningful content than just endless grind like some of the other games have. Yeah, more raid bosses. I'm actually against like a guild stuff. Surprisingly, I think guild is fine as way it is right now. I don't want more stress from the games, and multiplayer stuff is always stress and responsibility. I don't want that kind of responsibility. If I play a game, I want to play the game myself, my own choices. So that's why I'd never worn stuff like Guild Wars within PvP, like counter-side PvP. What the fuck is going on here? Wow, what the heck is going on here? I think I changed a couple things around, that's messing me up. Forgot what I did though. You have the right side to Amy, right? I don't know, I'm in trouble. I don't know. I'm having trouble here. Well, where was I? Yeah, Blue Archive. Back to Blue Archive. I really like the game. I really like feel of the game, but I think game is definitely not for everyone. And people who even play the game, like hardcore, like maximum level, within the community, they say, yeah, game is not like fun game. You like the character and the story. You don't really, you're not here for the gameplay or the contents of the game. You're here for the story and the characters. And that's why a game is probably not doing crazy good within Japan. Even though it has every elements to make the Japanese people really like when it comes to character like design and stuff. Because game is just there's not much to do. Like let me say that it has less things to do than Arknights, and I like to say Arknight is without events is pretty dead. But even if I don't play Blue Archive, I will quit the game. Like, I actually quit the Blue Archive for a while of the Japanese server, but I still looked at all the new arts. I still follow the artists, still enjoy the game. I still enjoy the game characters without playing the game. It's just that kind of game. Counter-Strike, for example, I don't think I will be able to. I think you actually have to play the game to enjoy the game. I think Counter-Strike characters is definitely less appealing for mess anime kind of style game people than the Blue Archive. But the problem is, I think Blue Archive is really lacking in terms of what to do within the game. You just go log into the game, you do everything like it's auto, like within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and you're done. There's nothing left for you to do within the game. Because the game also has a stamina, so if you don't have a stamina, then you know what, that's not possible. You have to have a stamina, so. PvP is only 5 times a day, so it's all auto, so there's nothing you can do than just praying your units will use a skill at the right place. You can't. I'll talk about all those within my review video, the Blue Archive. I already have a good thoughts about it, but what I just pretty much said in past 10 minutes should probably be much describe about what Blue Archive is. It's a great game, but it's a great character. It's a game with the great characters, with the great soundtracks, and pretty unique vibe compared to all this depressing story game, like post-apocalypse kind of style storylines. It has none of that. It's just a game, very old style, like a romantic, a school life, slice of life kind of style game. and you can enjoy the game without them playing the game. Well, hardcore players probably say the other way. They were like, you don't play the game and you enjoy the game, you're fake fans or something. They'll probably say that. Probably do. They probably do. But I think that also means that the character design of the Blue Archive is really, really good, to the point you don't need to play the game to enjoy the game. So that's a good positive thing. It's actually probably not a good positive thing for the people who made the game, because they want people like me to stick to the game and start spending money. But they'll probably add some contents I like, or something that I can stick within the a log in and do. If they had more things to log in and do, trust me, I will be all over that game. But they don't, so they don't. Yeah, having fan arts definitely helps. Like, if you don't have, like, for example, Punishing Grey Raven, it pretty much has no fan arts. The Japanese server didn't do that well. So, I mean, if you want to, you actually have to play the game to enjoy the game, I guess. I'm just actually more surprised how much fan art the Blue Archive really has. That really surprises me the most. The game isn't like, if you look at the overall like a stats of the game compared to other popular mobile games in Japan, it's not that big. So I'm just incredibly surprised how come Blue Archive is getting all this arts every time the character comes out. It's just it's massive achievements. Honestly, I think I see way more Blue Archive related stuff than the Uma Musume now. Or Princess Connect. Maybe it's the algorithm of Twitter. It's only showing what I am interested into or something. And that is actually amazing. Like I said, that's big improvement. Japanese market is very competitive market, and if they are able to do that, that's crazy. Bunny Girls, well, it's pretty, sexual. That's probably the main reason. It's pretty sexual. That's the main draw of it. Hey, but that kind of thing sells, so. No. Okay. You're not getting it. Counter-Side Bunny Girl is barely anything compared to Blue Archive Bunny Girl. I will show you right here. Just tell me. Just tell me here. Okay. Scroll down. Okay, you look at this. I like Mina more, by the way. I really do. But you should see, like, that's like billion times. The gap between these two bunny girls is like, it's just on another level. I like Mina more, by the way. But you should see, is already like people, like Japanese people are into this, and who wouldn't be? It's not the same. really isn't. It's not just boobs either. Really isn't. You want to see other bunny girl character they have? Or is this one? I think he sent me back all the way. God damn it, game. See, another flat chest competition here, I guess. I like, just look at that. That's just illegal. That is FBI material. If my stream gets banned right now because of this, I would not be surprised at all. It's that level. It's illegal. I will not be able to go outside with this character as my home screen. That's what I'm saying. With Hilde, I think I can go outside, pull out my phone as her, like, my lobby character. I will not be able to go outside and pull out my phone. Like, that's that much difference. Like, not even close. And this kind of extreme level is the reason why this game is still getting a lot of fan arts and stuff like that, and why the Bunny Girl series blew up, because that is pretty damn it really is. I look at the arts like this. Like, that's just that's just a huge bait. That really is. Like, this is still what they're aiming for in Japan anyways with this game. Like, this is what they like. And Counter-Side is not like that. And many games are not like that. Like, Genshin Impact is not like that, but it's still doing well. But honestly, I think those kind of thing only really works out within Japan. Maybe in Korea. Maybe. I mean, Azuraline did really well in US for sure. But I don't know, like, Blue Archive will do that well within global. It's not because of Nexon or anything. I just don't think it's something that they will enjoy. For example, Princess Connect Redive, they spent so much money, I think, with the advertisement. The Crunchyroll did. They hired like HoloLive girls to stream the game and play the game and stuff. And I'm pretty sure a lot of weebs are into those kind of YouTubers. And if the YouTubers playing the game, I'm pretty sure everyone probably play the game out. But like, Blue Archive is what I'll probably say in the review as well, but Blue Archive is pretty much identical to Princess Connect. So if you actually really like the Princess Connect as a game, you will probably enjoy the Blue Archive. But if you didn't like the Princess Connect, I can give you 99.9% that you will not like the Blue Archive either. But I personally like Blue Archive more than Princess Connect, and that's not saying much, to be honest, but takes too long to update the contents. I don't think that's why people kind of dropped off. I got all of these done. Okay. We actually gave a pretty decent amount of quartz from this event. I should count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 120. Second. I don't even know why I'm counting. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 160. And 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 200. That's 480. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 800. 1, 2, 100, 1,000. Plus 200. So with this event alone, it gave 1360. It's not bad at all, considering how easy it is. Not bad at all. I'm just gonna browse through the internet to play the Blue Archive. It fits with the name, right? Blue Archive. Going through the archive.
다음 달 이자는 안 받아도 되겠어.
I'll be on.
신부의 몫이지. 그만 퇴장하시죠. 널 위한 거다. 여기 모여 있었네. 반품이에요. 이긴 다음에 직접 널 위한 거잖아. 넌 내가 다음이야. 와라. 알아. 불청객은 내쫓는 잠시만 기다리세요.
Wow, Naya is like demolishing me. No, lost. Top tier. Guess hentai level. That's why you call it top tier. I like the. I mean, so when you're looking for that kind of art, I guess Blue Archive and the Azuri Lane basically hits the spots. But that's just me. I like, you know, I like revealing skins and stuff, but I like the bit of limitations. I want them to actually wear some clothes. No. I don't want totally naked stuffs or clothes hanging off on them or stuff like that. Sometimes I do, but in generally I would like to see them in clothes. And I don't want gigantic, oversized, blown up boobs, or no. I want, like, you know, that's my preference. I always like something normal. Veronica is definitely pretty normal size for me. I mean, it's just bigger than your general real life human being, but you know what I'm saying.
절 먼저 꺾으시게. 그만 퇴장하시죠. 놓치지 않습니다. 충격받지.
Okay, Veronica. Is Detroit still worth building? It's an essential ship for PB contents like Danger Close, and a really good ship for Awakened Shun, I think. I use it a lot with the PBE contents. And if you have a really high level operators, it gives pretty good stats for the ship. You can really feel the power up the like the Detroit's ultimate skill. Matador.
지나가려면 절망적 꺾으시게 어떻게 손터지 너는 내가 잘했지 와라 널 위한 거다 그치 널 위한 거다. 운전합니다.
No.
널 위한 거다.
I think I should pull out Amelia faster. I think I need to change my deck a bit now. Seeing my limitation right now with this deck. Well, let me check something quickly. Check something quickly. Surprising how much better Rita really is right now. Well, they haven't posted yet. I'm still checking on the forums when they're gonna post update on it. Still waiting for them to update within their websites, so I can see what they have to say, but they're not responding yet. Hey Teddy, the buff's not, the guild buff is not good right now, so I'm waiting. I try to hit the level 1 boss, but don't really hit the arenas yet, so I can't really do damage. I was actually shocked how much little damage I was doing. I was shocked how much little damage I was doing. Give me a second. I should stop looking at the site though. I should stop looking at them. It's making me only depressed, honestly. Whole situation is very depressing. Yeah. I wish doing drugs or smoking or drinking makes me feel better. That's one fucked up part about me, is like cigarette does nothing. Drinking does nothing to me. America's must-have for PPE. She's really good. If you have a question, I can answer them right now. We wait for this. You missed nothing yet, because they haven't posted anything. Okay. What the fuck is wrong with this game right now? The heck? There we go. What was it looking at? Let me post something in the. So server isn't up yet, right? Announcement 9 AM PT. Huh. Wait. EST to PT. What's the PT? Say so I have to wait until tomorrow, basically. Well, actually I was gonna try to stream Lost Ark. I got into the closed beta test. Just wanted to try out the game, but I guess the server won't be up for another 12 hours or so. I'll just go and finish up my Genshin Impact stuff. So I haven't logged in today at all. Haven't logged in at all today. Yeah, so Genshin Impact has a 90 pity basically. So there's a there's soft pity and hard pity. If you don't get the character, rate up banner character within the soft pity, with the next banner or with the next pity, you are guaranteed to get the character you want. So you can pull like usually around 85. So 85. Around 170 pulls, you get a character you want, usually. You get Mona though, Mona is pretty good. Mona is pretty good character. And welcome Sigma. And Teddy, yes, it's on the Lost Ark, but like I said, I tried to play it, but nope. Server won't be up for another 12 something hours. Bastards. She's a bit more like the sub DPS character though. She's not your main character to pull out and do damage. She's a character that you pull out in between to do damage. Up. Son of a... Like this, and you pull out your other main DPS character and just do damage. What? What is going on here? Why do I keep dying? Why am I keep dying here? Oh my lord. Yula or it's only. It's only is really good, so I think you'll have a lot of fun with that character. I'm so used to Zhongli as well, so right now I'm having trouble playing the game without him. See, I'm dying left and right because I don't have his Zhongli. He just makes the game just brain dead easy. You just deploy his shield and his shield just sucks up all the damage. It really is brain dead character. That's why some people don't like him, and I get that. Is it Tom actually do? Oh, actually I haven't tried him yet. See, this is how much I'm out of loop for Genshin Impact right now. I haven't done the event, this event yet. There's only 4 days left. I'm not gonna pull for him though. So what the shield does? Sends like a fire wave. So it's like what? Use the ultimate. So it's like the water 4-star character, but fire version. Am I getting that right? So I don't think it's really doing damage. Does a fire wave actually do good damage though? That's the question. I wonder. My favorite character is still Mona, I think. I like Raiden though. Mona definitely my favorite character. Clay is also one of my... Well, I think it's best to pick each element from each character. Wow, not having Constellation 1 really changes a lot for her. Jesus Christ. Elta is pretty cute. She indeed is pretty cute as well. I wish she takes her hat off though. I think she'd be a lot cuter if she took her hat off, but we know how things are. Is Korean hard? Korean is a very easy language. I spoke more language, but I still think, I spoke more Korean, English. So I don't really have anyone that speaks Korean because my brother also speaks English. I mean, he knows Korean, but on the reading perspective, Korean is a lot easier for me. It's very simple, not like English. And I guess this is one way for me to keep remembering Koreans. As you get old, you lose the language if you don't use it. For example, my dad majored in one of the language when he was in university. Yeah, he learned how to speak and do a lot of things for Portuguese. Right now, he can't do any of those things because he never used it outside of school. Pretty good balance because when I'm at work and stuff, I always speak English, and when I'm done with the work, come home, play Korean games or try to play the game in the Korean text, kiss my Korean up to date. So I'm training as I play the game. Wow. Killing two birds with one stone right there. Ow. Give me that, give me that. Give me all those. Is this another side quest I have to do with the Yoimiya's father? Fireworks stuff. Yep, it is. I don't mind this quest actually, for daily one. I can definitely tell you Chinese will be more useful, but Chinese is incredibly hard. Chinese and Korean, I don't think there's even a single similarity. Good luck. But I feel like if you learn Chinese, or unless Chinese is your first language, but if you learned Chinese as your second language, I'm pretty sure it will take way less effort to learn Korean as your second or third language. Chinese language I tried, but like holy crap, I cannot. I can't even get it. Like, I played many Chinese games. I still don't even have a single clue when I see like the Chinese letters. Oh, it's your first language. I see. But even for first language Chinese speakers, it's still pretty hard language, I believe. That's why all these other Chinese people that I know told me like their language is pretty hard. Even they struggle themselves. For the Koreans, I don't think there's any single Korean that struggles in Korean. If you try to speak Korean, you might have some accent problem overall. But the letter-wise, it's really easy. Ah. Really? Oh, come on. I need to pull out the song again. Can't even use both characters without him at this point. Just keep dying here. I'll just keep dying here. I should use a Bennett instead, but I'm trying to get the farm for there, the affinity thing. The friendship level. That's why I'm using all these characters. What the heck am I listening to? No copyright music. God damn it, game. War Archive is one of the few games now that has a non-copyrighted music. So that's why I like to play this music. Plus I like their soundtrack. It seems like all the music are getting copyrighted these days. Which is not a wrong thing, but it's annoying. So I want to listen to certain songs and sometimes they get copyrighted. I'm like, ah, why? Why you do this? But it's not like I'm making money off of it. But sometimes I wanted to get a clip and save it as a YouTube. Then I have a problem with it. Depending on the songs you play, it will actually block from watching from certain countries as well. Don't know what to do now. I should do the event, but I'm too lazy. Too lazy to do the event. Oh boy. Still doesn't get. Sucks. That's terrible. It's just essential unit for PvP, really. For PvE contents, not really needed. She does make Shadow Hole 3 easier if you use her for the aerial unit team though. And the story translation will be done. I don't know. It's like halfway done. Have to finish the other half. But this drama is definitely dragging me down. It's an excuse, but that's an excuse, but yeah, it's dragging me down. It's not an excuse. Thank you. Haven't been annoyed like stressed like this in a bit, and I'm starting to feel like maybe I should just go to sleep. Seems like they're not gonna post it anytime soon, so. So skill does hit air. Huh. Yeah, she is, but now I see why she's good in PvP. She's able to hit the air units as well. Yeah, this shouting can only hit the... Only able to hit the ground units, but the tower one seems to be able to hit the whole range. Oh yeah, that's why. She can't attack all area. That's why. What, does that mean her basic attack hits air as well? mean, definitely this version is a bit more work into it. You can see like the drones coming in and out. They definitely put more work into this version than the other one. Like, this thing looks cool. Yeah, but like, price is asking for it. It just like, this drone looks cool, I give you that, but I feel like they should have done more with the actual character itself. They were gonna ask for something. And honestly, if they were gonna make this, they should have made it. This one have some kind of effect as well for the wedding version. Like, they could have just added some kind of flowers on it, or like ribbons. I don't know. Mia, for example, get her wedding skin. Pretty sure wedding skin drones have a she's alright DPS unit still. I mean, the art is good. I'm just ashamed it has to be this way. Like, for example, they did put a lot of work when it comes to art. Just in-game modeling. Not much. Not much. Not much.
오늘은 한가한가 보네. 정시 퇴근해도 되지?
아, 씨발 모르겠다. 진짜 너밖에 안 나오네. Well, think I'll go to sleep. We'll see what they say when I wake up. Oh. I guess sorry for being so down. It is a stress. I don't know. Like all of these is not worth all the stress. It really isn't. It really isn't worth all the stress. It really doesn't. It really does not worth all this stress. It really doesn't. Oh well. I guess that's just a life for me to suffer. But anyways, thanks for hanging out. Wish they posted without delay. Then I was gonna talk about it before I will go to sleep, but anyways, we'll see what happens when I wake up. Guys, have a great night. I'll see you maybe tomorrow night after I'm done work. So we'll see. Anyways, have a great day. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time.